Warning, the adventurer being reviewed in this episode of No Fluff Analysis is a major spoiler for the events of Story Chapter 16 of Dragalia Lost. If you agree to this or are otherwise already aware of the new adventurer, proceed onwards. Otherwise, here's a short spoiler break. Well, we're back again with yet another No Fluff Analysis. This time we're reviewing the latest addition to the roster, the 5-star story, Shadowbow Shell, the Unrelenting Beauty. Shell's first skill is Grand Tiara, which increases the whole team's strength by 15% for 10 seconds, and the defense of all teammates directly ahead of Shell by 25% for 10 seconds. This is shareable for 6 Skillshare points. Shell's second skill is Grand Gloria, which deals 1138.8% damage to enemies ahead, and fires extra shots of 95% damage for each buff Shell has, up to a maximum of 8 additional shots. Shell has the standard Bow Skill Haste co-ability, and her Chain co-ability grants shadow units 6% light resist at 80% hit points or above. Shell's first ability is Resplendent Scion. When Shell shapeshifts, she always transforms into Cat She. When her shapeshift is undone, she gains a full stack of Inspiration. This dragon form is identical to Gala Cat She, but without the skillful trickery mechanic. Shell also has full blindness resist, and her third ability is full hit points equals critical rate, granting 13% critical rate while she's at full hit points. So Shell seems to be some sort of fusion between Summer Cleo and Patia. However, Shell's shorter buff duration and lack of native buff time abilities in her kit make her struggle to stack buffs on herself without additional support from double buff prints, or perhaps from a Patia or Grace on the same team. I personally used Summer Cleo's shared skill in the demonstration to stack her buffs for the purposes of firing more shots, but I wouldn't recommend this in actual battles since at most you'd get a reset on your buff skill, which doesn't contribute too much. Using her buff Grand Tiara also requires a tiny bit of attention to the direction you're facing and your movement directly before using the skill. The range on the directional defense buff, however, is generous and buffs in a 180-degree radius. Overall, in Master Kaiyan you could potentially field Shell in the place of either Patia or Bellina in the standard Patia to Bellina Grace composition, but I don't think she enables anything particularly different, nor does she make the composition significantly stronger. She would take the role of a hybrid DPS buffer, though trying to catch the whole team in her defense buff could lead to some difficult positioning requirements depending on the state of satellites or Grace's positioning, as well as whether or not a Crushing Cataclysm mechanic is inbound. Overall, I'm not too impressed or disappointed in Shell. Due to her short buff times, she'll want some double buff prints and some buffer teammates to make full use of their soul damaging skill. She's definitely capable of being used in a Master Kaiyan clear, however, which makes her a generous addition to the free pool of adventurers available in the game. Given what we've seen in the 2nd Anniversary Digest trailers, I believe this also paves the way for Gala Shell, perhaps with a Mana Caster. As always, thank you very much for watching until the end. If you're watching this soon after the upload, maybe check me out on Twitch. I stream on Twitch from 9:30 PM BST on Saturdays and Wednesdays. Until next time, take it easy, stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next video.